name's Anne. I'll be leading you through a 60-minute power yoga flow. So let's get started. Come onto your mat. Let's take child's pose. So knees as wide as your mat. My toes are touching, so making a V with my legs. Reach your arms forward. Forehead comes down to your mat. Spread your fingers wide. And send your shoulder blades away from your ears. Send them down your spine. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale out. Do that again. Breathe in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale out. Now seal your lips and start to breathe in and out through your nose, cultivating your Ujjayi breath. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. Yeah, keep doing that. And that breath, that Ujjayi breath that we're cultivating, that's the breath you're going to use throughout your entire practice. One more deep breath in. Exhale out. Come up to your hands and knees, tabletop pose. So my shoulders are stacked right over my wrists, hips over knees, and you can curl your toes under. Let's take a few cat-cows here. So inhale, drop your belly, look up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, round out your spine like a cat, and then look between your feet. Inhale, drop your belly, look up for cow pose. Exhale, pull your belly in, round out your spine for cat. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round out your spine. Keep doing that, a couple of these on your own breath. Come to a neutral spine when you're done. Come to downward facing dog, hips up and back. And a lot of people ask me, they say, well, I'm not sure how far away my down dog should be. Like, should my feet be really up close so that my heels touch, or should they be really far away? And really, it's up to you. It's what feels good in your body. But for me, what I like to do is from my tabletop pose, I like to just press my hips up and back, and for me, this is my down dog where I feel really grounded. Getting a nice stretch in through the backs of my legs. Yeah, and don't be concerned if your heels don't touch your mat. Yeah, they don't need to touch. The action is there. You're still getting that stretch in through the backs of your ankles, your Achilles tendon. Now take a couple more breaths in your downward facing dog and send those shoulder blades down away from your ears. Inhale, come up on your toes. Press your chest towards your thighs. Exhale, drop your heels back down. Bring your big toes to touch at the back of your mat. Lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Bend your knee and then open up your hips. So I'm stacking my right hip on top of my left, lifting my right knee as high as I can up to the ceiling, and reaching my right heel towards my right bum cheek. Breathe in. Exhale, release down. And then switch legs. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend your knee, open up your hips. Lift your left knee a little higher. Reach your left heel towards your left bum cheek. One more breath. Release down. Walk your feet up to your hands. Take ragdoll pose. So grab onto opposite elbows with your hands and let your head just hang here. Keep a slight bend in your knees so that that you can release down even further. So bringing your chest even closer towards your thighs. And you can bring some movement into this pose, like maybe sway from side to side. And maybe shake your head, yes. Shake your head out, no. And notice if you've got anything on your mind, any thoughts that are creeping into your practice. And now's the time to acknowledge them and then just dump them out. Like literally just let them all fall out right now in this pose. Yeah, they'll be there for you when you're done. Don't worry about that. But for now, can you come back into your breath and into your body for the next 60 minutes? Release your elbows. Bring your feet together. Halfway lift. Hands to shins. Make a flat, long back. Belly is drawn in. Shoulder blades are pulling in towards the center of my spine. Take a deep breath in. Fold. Do that again. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Reach your fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift, flat, long back, hands to shins. Come into a high plank and hold your high plank. So draw your belly in and up. Shoulders stacked over your wrists. Fingers are spread wide. And you want to keep pressing into the pads of your fingers, especially your index finger and thumb. Take a deep breath in. Shift forward onto your tippy toes. Bend your elbows as you exhale, low plank. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Take 5 breaths here. Yeah, know that you don't need to look up at your screen. I'll be talking you through your practice. Yeah, if you're brand new and you really don't know maybe the name of a pose, by all means, that's why we're doing a video. You can take a look. And then once you figure it out, just bring your drishti, your gaze, back to your own practice. So in my down dog, my drishti is between my feet. Take one more breath in. Exhale it out. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, flat back. Forward fold, exhale. Reach all the way up, extended mountain, big breath. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift, flat back. Chaturanga, high to low plank. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Take 3 breaths here. Together, fill up. Exhale out. Lift your heels. Bend your knees. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, flat back. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, reach all the way up. Extended mountain, big stretch. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift, flat back. High to low plank. Upward facing dog, breathe in, lift your thigh bones off your mat. Downward facing dog, breathe out. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more breath in. Exhale out. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, reach up. Go back this time. Extended mountain. Bow down. Halfway lift. High to low plank, chaturanga. Up dog, press into the tops of your feet. Down dog, hips up and back. 3 breaths. Together, fill up, empty out, lift your heels, bend your knees, step or hop, halfway lift, fold, reach up, extended mountain, bow down, halfway lift, chaturanga, up dog, breathe in, down dog, breathe out. 3 breaths here. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway, flat back, fold. Last one, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift, flat back. High to low plank. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Take 3 breaths here. Together, fill up. Empty out. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step or hop, top of your mat. Halfway, fold. Chair pose, big toes touching, heels slightly apart. Sink low in your chair. So my big toes are touching. I have about 2 inches between my heels. And I'm squeezing my thighs together. Pit of your belly draws in and up. Tailbone descends down. Bring your upper arm bones by your ears. Sink a little bit lower. And then stay for 3 breaths. Breathe in. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale out. 1 more breath. Look up. Forward fold. Let it go. Halfway lift. Flat back. High to low plank. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Right foot comes forward, warrior 1. Inhale and reach up. Yeah, stay on your warrior 1. Yeah, and then wiggle your front foot forward so you get a nice deep lunge in your right leg. And then draw your right hip back. Left hip pushes forward. Pit of your belly goes in and up. Take 1 more breath, look up. Hands to your mat, chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Left foot comes forward, warrior 1. Inhale and reach up. And then feel out this warrior. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward. Yeah, so my front foot's at 12. And my back foot is about 2 o'clock. Pit of the belly draws in and up. Breathe in, look up. Hands to your mat, chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Take 3 breaths here. Deep Ujjayi breaths. In and out through your nose. Come up on your toes, bend your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, 1 breath this time. Sink low, hands high, fold. Halfway, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Warrior one on the right side. One breath in as you rise. Hands to your mat, chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Left foot comes forward, warrior one. Reach up as you inhale. Hands to your mat, chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Take 3 breaths here. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway. Fold. Chair pose, 1 breath. Exhale, bow. Halfway. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. Down dog. Right foot, warrior one. Stay here. Open up to warrior two. Flip your front hand, reverse your warrior. Hands to your mat, chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Left foot comes forward, warrior one. Open up to warrior two. Flip your front hand, reverse your warrior. Hands to your mat, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, jump it out. Ha. Whew, I'm already starting to sweat here. Generating that inner tapas, that inner heat. So good to sweat out all your toxins. I don't know about you, but being stuck at home during this quarantine, the self-isolation, I've just been eating a lot of junk. A lot of chips, a lot of candy, a lot of chocolate. Yes, it feels good to sweat it all out. Bring your feet to touch at the back of your mat. Reach your right leg up towards the ceiling. Bend your knee, open up your hips. And you can stay right here in your 3-legged dog, or move into flip dog. Step your right foot down behind you. Right hand reaches forward. So my feet are at 12 o'clock, pointing to the back of my mat. My feet are also hip distance apart. So notice if you've got a really wide stance with your feet. Bring them together. Lift your belly even higher. Take 1 more breath. Exhale out. Reach your hand up towards the ceiling. Come into a high plank and hold. Side plank on the right. So you reach your left arm up towards the ceiling, stacking your ankles on top of each other, or option to bring your right knee down to your mat. So that's an option, a variation of this pose. Yeah, and you can even lift your top leg up. No matter what pose you've chosen, no matter what variation you chose, draw your belly in. Reach your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Yeah, lift that leg a little bit higher. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Exhale out. 1 more inhale. Come back to high plank. Lower down to low. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Bring your big toes together. Lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Bring your knee to your nose and hold. Inhale, leg up. Knee to nose. Inhale, leg up. Knee to nose. Inhale, leg up. Crescent lunge. So step your right foot between your 2 hands. Draw your belly in. I'm up on the ball of my back foot. And then reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Yeah, and then you can play with wiggling your right foot forward, creating a longer stance. and fire up that back leg. Lunge deep into your right leg. So both legs are doing equal work in this pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale your hands to heart center. Lean forward and then twist to the right. And notice in your twist if you've lost the action in your back leg. So really straighten out that back leg, pressing into the ball of your back foot. And draw your shoulder blades in towards your spine. An option to open up your arms here. Breathe in. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale out. One more breath in. Warrior two. So drop your back foot down. Lunge deep into your right leg. So keeping that lunge. And then reach both hands away from each other. Your drishti, your gaze, is over your right hand. And notice where you can relax in this pose. So relax your shoulders down. Relax your face. Relax your forehead. Flip your front hand, reverse your warrior. Extended side angle, so elbow down to your thigh, left hand reaches up. You can also bring your right fingertips down to your mat. You can even take a block into the inside of your front foot. Yeah, and you can press your right elbow into your right knee for some resistance. Drishti is up towards the ceiling. You could stay like this, or take a half bind by wrapping your top arm around to your low back, or that crease where your right hip is. Maybe take a full bind, reach your right hand through and grab onto your left fingertips. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath. Chaturanga, high to low plank. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Bring your big toes to touch. We're gonna do the left side. Left leg goes up. Bend your knee and open up your hips. Stay right here or flip your dog. Yeah, one side always feels a bit different than the other, and that's okay. Squeeze your thighs together. Lift your hips up even higher. One more breath in. Come into a high plank. Take side plank on the left. So now my right arm is reaching up. Yeah, then choose if you want to drop your left knee down to your mat or stack your ankles. Maybe lift your top leg off your bottom leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. Chaturanga, high to low. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Bring your big toes to touch. Left leg goes up. Knee to nose, squeeze it in. Inhale, leg up. Knee to nose. Inhale, leg up. Crescent lunge. Yeah, so wiggle that left foot forward. Come up really high on your back foot. Yeah, don't let your heel sink low. Press it up high. Draw your belly in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale your hands to heart center. Lean forward. Twist to the left. And lift your belly off your thigh so you can create space to twist open even more. And open up your arms if that feels good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more inhale. Warrior two. Land your gaze over your left hand. And feel what you're feeling. And don't ignore it. Just be with it. Yeah, maybe you're hot, maybe you're sweaty. That's okay. Yeah, it is what it is. Flip your front hand, reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Take your gaze up towards the ceiling. Yeah, notice if you've lost that lunge in your left leg, keep it deep. And then take your half bind, your full bind. 3 more breaths. Breathe in. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale out. 1 more breath. Chaturanga, high to low plank. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale out. Ha. Come up on your toes. Bend your knees. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway. Fold. Chair pose. Bring your hands to heart center. Lean forward. Twist to the right. So I'm locking my left elbow to the outside of my right knee. Big toes are touching. Squeeze your thighs together. Lift your belly in and up. And stay with your hands together. Or you can open up your arms, you choose. Take 1 more breath. Fold forward. And bring your feet hip distance apart. Grab onto your big toes with your second and third fingers. Take a flat back. And then fold. Draw your nose towards your knees. Yeah, and just shake it out here. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Yeah, release down. Now bring a slight bend to your elbows so you can pull your chest closer towards your thighs. Notice if you're holding up your head, just drop it. Release your big toes. Bring your feet together. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Chair pose. Hands to heart center. Lean forward and twist to the left. Yeah, I've got like beads of sweat dripping all over my face. Yeah, it's all good. Hopefully you do too. Squeeze your thighs together. Sink your hips down lower and lift your chest up higher. And stay with your hands together or open them up. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more inhale. Fold. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Take gorilla pose. So bend your knees. Slide the palms of your hands underneath your feet so that your toes are touching your wrist creases. Yeah, and then straighten out your legs as much as you can. Yeah, and if this is not feeling great for you, you could bring your hands to a couple of blocks. So that's an option too. Drop your head. And then press your toes into your wrist creases. And pull your arms up. So pulling your shoulder blades in towards your spine. So there's a push-pull action happening. And shake your head out here. Release your hands. Bring your feet together and set up for crow pose. So you're planting your hands down on your mat, shoulder distance apart. Bend your elbows. You're going to bring your knees to the backs of your triceps. So if this is your crow today, that's perfect. You can just set up the pose. Yeah, maybe you want to play with the balance. So you can lift 1 foot off the ground, 2 feet off the ground. Stay for 3, for 2, and 1. Shoot back chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Come up on your toes, bend your knees, top of your mat. Halfway, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Take eagle on the right. Right arm under, right leg over. Yeah, so you're hugging everything into your center line. Keeping a nice deep bend in your left leg. And yeah, pulling your belly in and also drawing your shoulders back. So it's like you're leaning up against a wall. 1 more breath and then release. Reach up, eagle on the left. Left arm under, left leg over. Yeah, and the key here is your drishti. Focusing your gaze at one point in front of you. As we move through the balancing poses of our practice, yeah, use the tools. Use your drishti, which is your gaze, your ujjayi breath, and your core, your bandhas. Pull it in. Release. Inhale, reach up. Eagle on the right. Release. Inhale, reach up. Eagle left side. Release. Reach both hands up towards the ceiling. Keep your left hand where it is and grab onto your right shin with your right hand. Draw your belly in. Flex your right foot. And then open up your arm and your leg. Yeah, and if you're feeling really steady here, try taking your gaze over your left hand. Come back to center. Both hands reach up, right leg extends out, airplane pose. So kick it back behind you. Arms are alongside your body, palms face down. Ooh, and I'm feeling wobbly today. That's okay. Yeah, keep a nice bend in your left leg. Inhale your hands to heart center, half moon pose. So take your block underneath your left hand. Right hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Yeah, and if you're wobbly, that's great. Yeah, you're building muscle. You're pushing yourself to your edge. And that's where growth happens. That's where transformation happens. Take one more breath. Lift your leg a little higher. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Do that again. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Grab your left shin with your left hand. Flex your left foot a lot. Then open up your arm and your leg. Now put in your tools, your drishti, your gaze, your ujjayi breath, deep and free. Your core, your bandhas, pull it in, pull your belly in. Come back to center. Reach both hands up, left leg extends out, airplane pose. And in your airplane, you want your hips square with your mat. So there's an inward rotation of your left hip down. Shoulder blades are drawing onto your spine. Belly in and up. Take a deep breath in. Half moon pose, can't talk today. Right hand down, left hand up. Reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. Flex that left foot a lot. Lift it 1 inch higher. Take one more breath. Forward fold, let it go. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, reach all the way up. Take dancers on the right. So you're gonna grab your right foot with your right hand, the inside of your right foot with your right hand, knees together to start. Draw your belly in, then kick your foot into your hand for your dancers. Drishti is forward or up. One more breath, and then switch. Right fingertips reach up. Grab the inside of your left foot with your left hand. Dancer's pose. One more breath in. Release. Tree pose on the right. So grab your right foot and place it above or below your left knee. Start with your hands at center. And then build this pose from the ground up. So press into all 4 corners of your left foot. Then press your right foot into your leg into your foot. Draw your belly in. Draw your shoulder blades in. And when you're ready, reach your arms up. Extend your tree. Maybe lift your gaze up towards the ceiling. One more inhale, and then release. So tree on the left. So grab your left foot above or below your right knee. And do that check-in, pressing into your right foot, into your mat, left foot into your leg, leg into your foot. So super solid base. Belly draws in and up. Shoulder blades in towards your spine. And then reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Yeah, and who cares if you fall over? This is a practice. You just come right back. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Exhale out. 1 more inhale. Release. Come to the top of your mat, feet together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, high to low. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Right foot comes forward, warrior 1. Open up to warrior 2. Straighten your front leg. Hinge forward, so my hips are pulling back as my right fingertips are reaching forward. Move into triangle pose. So take your block to the outside of your right foot. Left hand reaches up. And if you don't have a block, you can bring your hand to your shin or even take a water bottle. Now, whatever works for you. Yeah, but that block is just helping lift the ground closer up to you so that you have more room, more space to twist open towards the ceiling. Yeah, so do that. So inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, twist even more. 1 more breath. And then pull yourself all the way up to stand. Pivot your toes so that they're facing 12 o'clock to the side. Hands to your hips, soft knees. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow forward. And drop your hands to your mat. And drop your head here. Yeah, so option 2, walk your hands through your legs. Go for that deeper stretch. Maybe grab onto your ankles. Give yourself a little pull. If you have headstand in your practice, you can take that now. Give yourself what your body needs. And if you're in a headstand, draw your belly in, flex your feet a lot. If you're in your wide-legged forward fold, drop your head and shake it out. And headstand, slowly come down. And everyone, bring your hands to your hips. Come all the way up to stand. Pivot your toes to the front of your mat and step your back foot in halfway. So I'm in a short warrior stance. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward to pyramid pose. So my front foot is at 12. My back foot, it's about at 11 o'clock, I'd say. Yeah, you can keep a slight bend in your front leg, but you want to stretch it out as much as you can so that you feel a nice stretch in through your hamstring. Drop your head. Halfway lift, twisting triangle. So bring your block to the front of your foot or to the outside of your front foot. Right hand comes to your low back or reach it up towards the ceiling. Take one more breath. Chaturanga, high to low plank. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Left foot comes forward, warrior one. Open up to warrior two. Straighten your front leg, hinge forward, triangle pose. So right fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. And you're spinning your lower left lungs up towards the ceiling. Draw your belly in. Pull yourself all the way up to stand. Pivot your toes to 12 o'clock to the side. And this time interlace your hands on your low back. Bend your elbows so that you can squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow forward. Let your arms fall right over your head. And drop your head here. Feel a nice rinse in through your shoulders. And slowly make your way back up the stand. Release your bind. Pivot your toes to the front. Step your back foot in halfway. Set up for pyramid on the left. Inhale, reach up. Bow forward. Halfway lift. Twisting triangle. So now my right hand is down. My left hand is up. Flat, long spine. One more inhale. Chaturanga, high to low. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Come into a high plank and slowly lower all the way down to your belly. And right away, bring your forehead to center. Arms are alongside your body, palms are facing down. With your next inhale, move into locust pose. So inhale, lift everything off your mat. Arms, legs, feet come off your mat. Chest lifts. You're bouncing on your pelvis. One more breath in. Release down, bring your ear down to your mat. Wiggle out your hips. Forehead to center. Bend your knees. Grab onto the outsides of your shins or your ankles. Floor bow. Kick your shins into your hands. Lift your shoulders off your mat. Chest comes off your mat. Shins pulled back. Knees draw down. One more breath in. Release down. Let your feet fall from side to side. Bring your hands to your low ribs. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Walk your feet to your hands. Have a seat on your mat. Set up for bridge pose. So bend your knees, plant your feet down. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling and interlace your hands underneath your low back. So you're squeezing your thighs towards each other. Yeah, imagine like you have a block in between your thighs. Squeezing it in. Hips are lifting really high. One more breath. Release down. Let your knees fall from side to side. And then go up again, bridge or wheel. So if you're taking wheel, you start in a bridge, but then you're going to take your hands by your ears. So fingers are pointing towards my feet. And then press into your feet and hands, lift your hips up for wheel. And keep your feet hip distance apart, pointing to 12. Take one more breath in, and then release down. Let your knees fall from side to side. And then go up again, bridge or wheel. Press down and lift up. So this is number 3. We're going to do 5 today. Take one more breath, and then come down. Take a breath in and a breath out, and then go again. Choose one, bridge or wheel. Press down and lift up. Yeah, no matter which one you choose, you're squeezing your thighs together, drawing your hips up. One more inhale, come on down. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then we have one more, bridge or wheel. If you've been saving up your energy for a wheel, take it on now. Yeah, press down, lift up. Here we go. Stay for 5. For 4, you got this. For 3, for 2, and 1. Tuck your chin, come on down. Take Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of your feet together, knees fall open wide. Bring your left hand to your heart, right hand to your belly. Close your eyes. And feel the rise and fall of your breath. Feel your heart beating in your chest. From all the hard work that you've done so far in your practice. Yeah, acknowledge yourself for that. Open up your eyes. Take happy baby pose. So grab onto the outsides of your feet. Draw your knees towards the outsides of your shoulders. Release your feet. Extend your legs up towards the ceiling. Bring your hands behind your head. We're going to do a bit of core work here. So start to pulse up. So we're doing crunches for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop your right foot so it's hovering 2 inches off your mat and keep pulsing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Both feet up. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Left foot hovers. 1, 2. Flex your feet. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Both feet up. Last 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in. Whew. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. And then extend your feet up towards the ceiling. This time take your hands to your low back, like just around underneath your hips. Squeeze your belly in towards your spine. Straighten your legs as much as you can. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your legs a third of the way and hold. Inhale, lower another third of the way and hold. Inhale, lower 2 inches off your mat. Then look at your toes. Pulse your feet up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs up, head down. Breathe in. Breathe out, lower your legs a third of the way. Inhale. Exhale, lower another third. Inhale. Lower 2 inches off your mat. Look at your toes. Crisscross your ankles for a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs up, head down, hug your knees in. Really good work. Yeah, I've never taught abs while doing them and speaking at the same time. That's like a whole other level. Nice. Grab onto the backs of your knees. Start to rock and roll up and down your mat. Just gentle rocks up and down. Yeah, a little hover at the top of your mat. And then cross your ankles, plant your hands down, step yourself back to downward facing dog. Bring your feet together, lift your right leg up, half pigeon. So bring your right knee to your right wrist, left knee, wiggle it back. So wiggle your left foot back. And the idea is to get your shin parallel with the top of your mat. For most people, that's not quite accessible, so I'm like on an angle here. But you want to bring your right knee towards the right side of your mat. And then reach your arms forward. Rest your forehead down. This is half pigeon, so rest here. Now melt into your mat. Release everything down. An option to bring a block between your right, underneath your right sit bone. So if you find that your hips are really high off the ground and it's not feeling great, bring a block underneath your sit bone for a little support. And then you can also bring a block underneath your forehead too. So that's an option. Now, but you want your forehead to rest on something. So you don't want to be hanging up here and holding up your head. So either use a block or take it all the way down to the ground. Slowly press yourself up. Make your way to downward facing dog, hips up and back. And lift your left leg up, half pigeon on the left. So left knee to left wrist, wiggle that right foot back. And reach your arms forward, melt your head down. Slowly press yourself up. Come onto your left bum cheek and swing your right leg around to the front. Extend your both feet out in front of you and remove the flesh from underneath your sit bones. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Now grab whatever you can grab and drop your head. Slowly sit up. Come into an inversion of your choice. So you can take waterfall or shoulder stand. I'll show both. So for waterfall, you're going to take your block and slide it underneath your hips. So I'm resting my sacrum down on the block and then extend your feet up towards the ceiling. Or option to take shoulder stand, which is lifting your hips up with your hands. Both cases, your feet are extended up towards the ceiling, allowing for the blood to drain from your feet. From shoulder stand, you could take plow pose, dropping your feet over your head. And maybe they touch the ground, maybe not. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, just unravel. If you're in waterfall, remove your block. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Let your knees fall to the left. Look to your right. So for a nice supine twist, you can extend your arms out on the ground like a T, or take your left hand and place it on the outside of your right knee to give yourself a little assist. Come back to center. Switch sides. So knees to the right, look to the left. Come back to center. And squeeze yourself into a tight, tight ball. Grab onto the outsides of your feet and pull your knees towards your nose, your forehead right up to your knees. Take a deep breath in, acknowledge yourself for doing the practice, and release Savasana, final resting pose. And allow yourself in your Savasana just to soak in all the work that you did. Allow yourself to just be for the next couple moments. Come back to your natural breath. And the last few moments of your practice, just be in stillness. Without getting lost into your thoughts, just for a few more moments. Be in with your breath and your body. Reach your arms over your head now for a full body stretch. Hug your knees in towards your chest and let your knees fall to the right side. Move into fetal position. With your eyes closed, come up to a seat on your mat. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, exhale out. Bring your thumbs up to your forehead center. The light in me acknowledges the light in you. Together we bow and say, Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the practice. Thank you for flowing with me today. You guys did awesome. And yeah, I hope to see you soon.